Hello, my friends. I had just got back from doing a small, I guess, I don't want to say grocery haul, like grocery errand. I want to do my major shopping later. And this is even coming out expensive, but I want to explain something to you because I have used that same tactic in my own brain to sabotage myself. You know, I used to say, I would go to the cheaper foods because, well, it's cheaper, and living healthy, it costs so much, so it made no sense to go ahead and do that. But what I didn't realize is in the end of it, shopping cheap cost me more than I ever imagined for every hospital and doctor bill I received, for every medication I had to buy at the counter that cost me 10, 15, 20 times more than a single pack of raspberries. So I quit sabotaging myself. I have been learning a lot about the United States and the way that they had processed our food and the way they make our food. And if you had learned what I had learned, you would have been sick, y'all. I will continue to keep living the healthy way, and I will, even in where I live, I'm going to try to live just as much as they do in the Mediterranean because it makes absolute sense. It is healthier, and it was made for us to live that way. I've already brought all that up. I went down to a size 8, 9-inch plate, and I am going to show y'all how, as when I plate up our food, I will show you how I'm doing this to bring my mind back to where it should have been all along. The United States is set up to live supersized. It was made to live on junk food and sugar. It thrives on it. And the reason for that is because there are hands out everywhere. From every consumer like us who purchases from every company, whether it be from pharmaceutical all the way down to the manufacturers who make our food. They literally, there is some ultra processed food that we've been putting in our mouth we have no idea is not real. They have literally added extra fat flavoring to our tongues that keep us craving. Did you know, like nicotine, they have created food to make us want more of it, and it has worked. They have created food that isn't really consumable and made it consumable, and we keep eating it. And this is the reason we end up with diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. They are making a huge profit off of us, diverting us away from all natural organics, our fruits, our vegetables, all of this. And it's worked. We stay mainly in the center of a grocery store, and we shop very little on the outside, which is wholesome and healthy. We look at the prices and say, this is too expensive. It was set up that way. But in the long run, again, that setup is actually what it is, a setup. It's setting you up to become now the next pharmaceutical patient. It's setting you up to be the next chart on the doctor's lists. And so I am going to educate as much as I possibly can from what I know. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a doctor. I am an American citizen in the United States who's been set up and became unhealthy. And I'm fighting back for my health. Now today I did a small haul, and I'm going to show you how to shop as frugal as possible to be able to live this lifestyle. It is possible, and it is worth it in the end. Now, there are some grocery stores, and not everybody, I understand, there's different continents, everybody has different stores. But there are some places like Aldi's. Here in the South, and I'm from Mississippi, we have Aldi, and Aldi is my go-to store. It has higher rates, but not as high as Walmart. They're actually lower. Some things to look out for. Now, I did go to our Walmart. Our Walmart is a trip, but I have noticed now, I went to go get some mandarin oranges, and oh my word. Okay, so I went and got fresh mandarin, or was going to, until I realized fresh mandarin oranges, when I picked them up, it felt like they were soaked in water. They were wet. To me, that's not natural. but it also told me they were partially frozen. And if I bought this package that was full of beautiful, what's to be mandarin oranges, within a few days, every single one of them would turn moldy and disintegrate. I left them on the shelf. That's what we need to start watching for. This is what we need to look for. Oranges. They have oranges now. I think they were 88 cents a piece. Now, oranges, when I looked at those, they had slight green. Told me immature. These will not last long because they were picked too early. So I'm going to use what I can. I pick through and I get the ones that are orange, not so much green. I will use them immediately because I'm replacing my oranges for my mandarin. I'm replacing with an orange. Now, I went to go look on the shelf for, matter of fact, while we're doing this, I'm going to set this up because I have got to show this to you. I put them on pictures, but I didn't actually, before I did this video, I didn't actually go and pull up the information. So I am going to try to pull this information up for you and let this set up. And we're going to go to the Walmart site because there was something that just absolutely blew my mind. My thought was, okay, if I'm not going to get these fresh, I was going to go to the canned foods and get the ones that had no syrup, no sugar added. When I did that, I put them right back on the shelf and I went back and got an orange. There was a major reason why. I'm blown away by what I'm learning about our food. Again, Planters peanuts, just plain salted, plain roasted and salted Planters peanuts. Y'all, when I saw from that, it blew my mind. So let me go ahead and take you here. I'm telling you, I'm doing these videos to educate a lot of people because it's going to help a lot of health, whether it be those of you of my family who's diabetic and low carb, and those in my family who are Mediterranean like me. I'm going to help us as much as possible stay on track, completely help our health the best way we can in this world that we live in. And really too bad we don't live in the Mediterranean world. It's the best thing that ever happened, which is why I'm a homesteader and I'm creating my own Mediterranean life. So I'm going to go to walmart.com right quick. And I'm going to show some of these ingredients that I found that just absolutely blew my mind away today. So we're going to go over here and we're going to kind of go shopping on here. This one doesn't have the app, but I'm going to go here and look for no sugar. Y'all, I cannot type today. Mandarin oranges. And enter. There was a reason I'm doing this because many of us really seriously, we do not know what's in our food. In my entire life, I never realized this. So now, okay, they've got these little packs of 4 cups, 4 ounce cups, okay? They're $2.88. Great deal. So I was looking at that and I was going to do that up until I started reading the ingredients, and I pay attention a lot to this. Now I'm going to see if they'll put this online. You know what? I don't think they are. That's absolutely atrocious. Okay, so I'm going to find it somewhere else because they're naturally not putting this online for you. Go figure. So we're going to go here in a regular search and we're going to look up nutritious labels for mandarin oranges. Ingredients. Here we go. Let's see if this one will do it. Wow, y'all. This is absolutely amazing. They're not listing these ingredients. They're just saying no sugar added. But that's not exactly true. And here's what I'm finding. Reason I'm trying to find this for you is because when you look at it personally in the store, you will find that it has sugar alternatives, whether it be stevia, sucralose. There are alternatives. There's also fruit juices like grape juice added to this fruit. Be careful, especially if you're a diabetic, and that was the purpose of trying to point this out to you. If you are a diabetic and you grab this that says no sugar added, folks, you're going to get duped. You're going to find your sugar spiked and you'll have no idea why. And if I could find an actual source that will tell me the ingredients and be brave enough to do that. One of these will have to list it. Did I just find it? Yeah, okay, so they're not wanting to, online they're not going to. But when you go in person and you look, please look at those labels very carefully. Not just the ingredient or the nutritious labels, y'all. Please look at the ingredients. Those ingredients will get you. We are being fooled in many things in our lives and we just don't realize it. So, like I said, I am finding it hard for people to actually list the ingredients online, which is not right. It shouldn't be like this at all. Finally found one. Okay, so now this one has no sugar added mandarin oranges by Dole. The ingredients are mandarin oranges, water, ascorbic acid, to promote color, which is like in the canning world, it's like crisp. Oh, what do you call that stuff? Calcium chloride. Anyways, it's to keep the color from turning and all that. So I get that. But then there's stevia extract, monk fruit extract, and citric acid. Now, and then some of these they added grapefruit juice on top of it from other brands. So if this is a no sugar added, then why technically is there sugar added, even if it is an all sugar alternative? Because some sugar alternatives does not work for other people. It will inflame their body. They have reactions against it. So technically this is a lie. It's a sugar added, but in a un-sugar world stance. So this doesn't work out for me. It's not natural. What it comes down to, this is not natural. I will see if I can come up with the Planters peanuts too. And if I can't, what I am going to show you is I will do it in the community search where I took actual pictures of products, and I will put them in the community post on this page and show you what I had found in our food that we are buying on the shelves. Let's see. salted, roasted peanuts. Now you would think roasted, salted peanuts is just basically peanuts that's been roasted with salt. I thought the same thing. But they actually have a seasoning base to it. And in that seasoning base, they have corn syrup added to it, on top of salt, and other spices and seasonings in that brand. And it looks like I'm going to actually have to come and put that in the comment section so you guys can keep an eye on this. Don't be fooled. It's not exactly what they say it is. If it looks like it's got a coating of a seasoning, don't touch it. Yeah, I'll put this in the community because they're not going to show this online. So, this way you know that I'm really not lying to y'all. I took actual pictures of these products I learned in the store. So bottom line is, I did a small haul, and now I'm going to take you to this haul, and I'm going to show you exactly how to be frugal and how you can turn around and have what you need in your pantries, in your home, and for your meals. So let's go do that. All right, my family. So this is not Walmart, believe this or not. This came from Family Dollar. Now, you will find that when you go to the Walmart or whatever, you're going to spend almost $6 for a container of nuts, mixed nuts like this. And basically the same thing you're going to get like you're getting out of here. You're going to get more peanuts than anything. But this can was $2.50. Absolutely, for me, that was a no-brainer. About $3 to $4 savings. I took and bought these. So this will work for diabetic, Mediterranean alike as your snacks for nuts. Another one I found, again, this was at the, now we have a combination Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. Check both of them. Pumpkin seeds are getting also expensive on the shelf, but I found these little packs for $1.25. It's absolutely what I could use, what I would like, and so I went the cheaper route, and I have them. They had whole almonds for $4. It's a 7-ounce bag, but for $4, I'm going to get more than what I'm going to spend, well, less actually than what I'm spending at other stores. So, and Aldi's is another really good place to get nuts and seeds from, but that's where I went today. So I saved, I'm going to say at least $5 to $7 by going to that store on our nuts. So I went and did fresh. Okay, the reason for this. Now, I have a container of Greek yogurt. Now, we know for those in the Mediterranean world, we're told to actually, you can eat Greek yogurt and have some fruit and all this. Now, many people would, their go-to is to grab that Greek yogurt and have it with fruit or flavoring. Don't do that. You are going to have 3 times the amount of sugar added to that beautiful dessert that tastes so good on top of other ingredients you don't want. What I do is I will buy the plain full-fat Greek yogurt, which I'm spending maybe, I've got 7 grams of carbs. Matter of fact, just give me a second and I'll show you. Okay, so yes, this is a Walmart brand whole milk Greek plain yogurt, okay? So for 2/3 cup, let me move this over so you can see this. For 2/3 cup of this plain Greek yogurt, I have 6 grams of fat, 4 grams of saturated, no trans, 30 milligrams of cholesterol, 7 grams of carbohydrates, and 6 grams of sugar. There's no added sugar. And then I have 16 grams of protein. Now, if I had the fruit added to this, they would add more sugar. They would add it to the point where I am going to be having so much carbs coming out of this, including the sugars. It's crazy. So what I do is, instead of buying the mix that they mix for me, I will take my plain Greek yogurt, mix it with my fresh fruit, and I will make my own. They have their own natural sugar. I don't need added sugar, which comes into the store brands. So make your own, and that was the purpose why I went and did this. You can add a little bit of honey if you wanted to. Now those on diabetic, I do not advise you to do that. But those who are Mediterranean like me, add some honey and just a little bit goes a long way. You don't really need a lot. So I'm going to advise you to do this. It comes out cheaper, honestly, to do it this way as well. In the long run, maybe it doesn't seem that way, but your health makes it cheaper. I am getting ready to do a tomato dish, Mediterranean style, so I got my Roma tomatoes. I will tell you, if you have the Walmart app though, I don't know about anybody else's Walmart, but ours is cheating us. These were 88 cents a pound, but they're ringing up 98 cents a pound, and they're getting away with this. So use your Walmart app, y'all. Scan your food and find out what you're really going to pay for at the register. This is where I opted, because I am actually tonight going to be making a summery mandarin orange, well, this is going to be orange salad to go with some shrimp this evening. So I'm going to do a recipe video with you, and we're going to cook in the kitchen tonight. Another thing I could not find, amazingly, y'all know that I do my dried beans and I like to can them myself to have them on my shelf. Well, they don't have chickpeas again. So I opted for the cans. Nothing wrong with it. 78 cents a can for about $5. I bought 5 cans worth. They're going to go on my shelf. Stock up on this stuff, y'all, especially if you're Mediterranean. These are also lower glycemic food, slower in breaking down for carbohydrates, so they're your complex. Stock up on things like that. Now, these kind of nuts. This is interesting. I actually did find it interesting. I literally bought this in the baking section, and I paid half of what it cost in the snack section, believe it or not. Reason for that basically is these are raw or partially cooked. I can easily toast this, and this is going for one of my salads. So I could easily toast these for a little over $2, then go into the snack section and paying $5 or more for the same amount. So it was a no-brainer. I went to the baking section. Same with the walnuts. If you can, go to different sections. Check out your prices. Know what you're getting and know what you can do for yourself. Apples. Now we've got some of our apples have jumped up to almost $10 a bag, y'all. Shop frugally. Now my husband will eat a Granny Smith. It does spike his sugar a little bit, but not as bad as some of the other apples. So some diabetics can tend to eat a Granny Smith apple. So, and that was almost $5 for that bag. I'd rather pay that than to go ahead and pay $10 for a bag of Red Delicious. Makes no sense to me. I'll leave them sit on the shelf. So right now, that was my very small grocery haul, and I'm hoping this information has helped you. Now I'm going to set you up and be right back. Alright, my friends, so very honestly, I always believe where there's a will, there's a way. And where there's a way to make me healthier, keep my weight maintained, and to keep me from gaining everything back again, it's a struggle as it is. It's terrifying even for me. I have to learn to really put that scale away, because I work so hard. I don't want to go back. And when I look at the food I have here available, it just now makes me angry to know that I did not know what was going on. Truly, I did not know. I had to really research, because it's not going to be said. Somebody has to come out and say it to bring it to the attention. And if you look close enough, if you look hard enough, you'll find that information, and I did. Now, I am on the healthy side because my medical bills, I can't afford them anymore. And I would rather seriously be able to pay what I pay for healthy food. If what I can't grow for myself, I will literally pay for healthy food, because the medical bills come out way more than any healthy food I could ever put in my mouth, or any healthy food I could put on my shelf or in my kitchen or on that stove. I'm going to pay that price. I don't no longer have the excuse, well, it costs too much to eat healthy. That was my, sadly, and I'm embarrassed to say that, but that was my go-to all the time. It costs too much to eat healthy. And here I am, paying the price dearly. And not just me, but my husband even worse. He's now a diabetic. He's now having to deal with some health issues on his heart. And today we're going to do some consultation with the cardiologist because he's got even more damage to his heart. I wished I'd have known then what I know now. This could have all been changed. And if I can be the inspiration, if I can be the help, if I can be the hand, the loving friend who grabs you by the hand, sits you down and says, let's do this together. Let's be a team together. Let's support each other. It's like having an exercise group, or it's like having somebody there with you. We always wish we could have somebody to do this together with. Well, I am that person because I am the person who fell for this. I am the person that was a statistic for overweight, heading into severe obesity. By 2030, the United States of America is going to be in so much trouble if we don't wise up. Now, I'm not going to be the one to sit and push all this, because you know what, folks are going to do what you want to do, and I absolutely understand that. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to treat you any different either. I am a homesteader. I will grow my own vegetables because I know, for one, it's safer when I grow my own. But I can't have them all the time. I do have to rely on the grocery store too. So I'll be the one to find the sales and the smart shopping and share that with you as well. I will be the one that makes every food that I do by myself. I don't go to the fast food restaurants because, frankly, there's a lot of hiddenness in even things that say that are good for you. If it says it's good for you, you better run because something's wrong. But not everything is like that. It's just, be careful, y'all. Be very, very careful. There was somebody that I had ran into, and they was telling me, oh, how much better it was to eat a meal, and how you could actually do it if you were diabetic, to eat a meal at McDonald's. And I cringed. I absolutely cringed, because the meat, though it says it's real, it's probably soy. It's not really real. Maybe it was made to taste that way. Yes, we got that new plant-based food, but this is the natural, the stuff that we have been putting in our mouths since many of us were even kids. And what we didn't know all this time and all of our life, that it was setting us up to be where we're at right now, sitting in the doctor's office, filling out prescriptions and going to the pharmacy. Because the food is not as good as you think it is. Even if you take that bun off, there's a lot of hidden sugars, y'all. There's a lot of hidden trans fats you don't want in your system. And there's a lot of hidden preservatives that were never meant for us to consume. So I will be making some fresh, as much as possible, healthy meals, sharing them with you, and doing portion plate sizes. Oh, here was one I learned last night. I have to share with that. And I tested it, actually. It was kind of crazy, but I went to those stores from Dollar General to Dollar Tree, even Walmart, and I looked at the plate sizes that we have for our families and what we have for available. All of our plate sizes generally run, our dinner plates generally run from 10 to 12 inches in diameter. That freaking blew my mind, because do you know what the actual standard size plate, which, by the way, is in the Mediterranean, Greek, Italy, Jerusalem, Palestine, all these places have the original standard plate, which is 8 to 9 inches. America has become supersized. We live off of supersized. If we to look at a 8 to 9 inch plate, again, we're looking at what we consider a child's plate. That's our normal plate, y'all. Blows my mind. So I'll be doing that as well. So I thought I'd share this with you, and I will be putting in the community. Those who are subscribed to this channel, you can read my community post, and I'm going to absolutely share that thing of peanuts with you so you know what you're looking at. It's duped. And so I don't want any more people duped. You know, I'm on a mission to show you and expose as much as possible to keep us safe. I want to keep my husband safe. 3.5 months. He is going on 4 months of being medication free as a diabetic. And the only way to do that is me pay extremely close attention to the food that I purchased to put in this house for us to eat. This homestead is going to stay safe as possible, and I'm going to share with you safe as possible. So look forward to a beautiful shrimp meal this evening, and I will at that point give you an update on what we have been waiting for with my husband's heart condition and what's going to happen next. So I don't want to see anybody else in our shoes. I really don't. I love y'all too much, and I will be the person to stand out against it all and say, no, I'm putting the brakes on y'all. I'm going to inform people. I'm going to lead you healthier, and we can do this. We absolutely can do this. So until next time, much love to each and every one of you. I got to get my chores and my farm work done. So, mwah, from Parton's Heritage Homestead.